Hey, I thought I'd bring you all an update because I did do a video on when I potted up my mulberry cuttings. And the nice thing is, it's mid-February here and I've got leaves coming out on 3 of the cuttings out of the 9 cuttings so far. Here's another one right down there. See that? That's another leaf coming out, and I'm watching the rest very, very closely. And I also have kept them covered with the baggie all this time, so they've been protected from the night cold, which hasn't been very bad this year at all. We haven't even gone into freezing temperatures this year, but I have a feeling we're going to see these are swelling. That's a swelling bud. These are swelling buds. This is a swelling bud. So I'm real optimistic we're going to see some more growth. But this tells me right now I have 3 mulberry trees sprouted and rooting, which is really huge for me. This is the first time I've tried to grow anything in this fashion as far as cuttings go. So this is a really good lesson learned. Now I'm going to be a little more braver to take on a few more cuttings, and I have some coming in the mail thanks to one of my new acquaintances through Facebook, which is Sam J, and he's sending me some new and unusual plants for me to play with, and they'll all be cuttings, so I'll have to work with them as well. So I wanted to bring you the update, and these are only 6 out of my 9. I haven't checked my other ones, which are actually in the ground. I think they're going to be a little slower because they were not protected like these guys were protected. So we're going to wait a little longer for those, and if they sprout, I'll bring you those updates as well. And here's a big yay. These are rootstocks. I got 3 different peaches. I've got a golden Dorset apple, which has a really good reputation down here in Florida. All these were bought for Florida. A Belle of Georgia peach, Bartlett pear, peach Florida King, and there's one more if I can find the tag. There's a peach Sam Houston. And you might question why I have 3 varieties. Because every one of these peach trees will come in at a different time of the summer. I got May, June, and August covered. I'm going to also add the Floridaking peach, which should cover the midsummer time frame as well. And that's to keep food coming in for as many months as possible. And I'm going to do the same thing with apples and pears. I'm going to do the exact same thing. So I know I can get at least 3 varieties of pear. Right now my variety is the Bartlett. But they do have the Kiefer or something like that it's called. I'm going to pick up one of those. But I always look at the tag. Here's the tag. I don't know if it's going to focus. But I look at the tag and I look at zones. Cold hardiness is 5 to 8. And this is going into a zone 8 to 9, so I know it'll do very, very well there. And it's going to produce, so let's see if it says, ripens in mid-August. So I will look for pears that'll ripen maybe in mid-June or July. That would be the other thing to look for. And the apple is probably going to be a fall. And I need to get an Anna Red Delicious to pollinate this one, which I didn't know. And this is a mid-June to early July harvest, which again goes back to what I've been saying. You want to have enough variety so they're coming in at multiple times of the year, whether you're canning, you're just eating it fresh off the tree. When that harvest is done, you're done. There's no more fruit available. That's why you have to keep adding varieties that are going to come in at different times of the season, and maybe even throughout the year. These mulberries will bear once, and that's it. My goal is to have unusual varieties, which Sam J is sending me a rare unusual variety. And then I'm going to put out a request for my seed exchange group to see if I can get and it's called an ever-bearing mulberry. So if I can get my hands on some ever-bearing mulberry cuttings, then that extends my mulberry season pretty much down here, maybe throughout the year, or at least throughout the summer until it gets really cold. As you can see, these babies, they're ready to go in. These are my fruit trees. They're ready to go in the ground And they're not small. These are at least 3 to 4 foot tall trees, so they're ready to be planted. So we'll see. That's just a quick update. And I did this. I had a guy at a bicycle shop offer my granddaughter, who's 12, some cuttings. So we took a couple cuttings. This is a red hibiscus, but we don't know what type. But it does put off a really sweet nectar that she loves to suck the nectar out of the flowers. So we had 2 cuttings, and you can see one is taking and one did not. I'm not a big flower person, so I'll be happy with one. So, but that's my update, and I have many things going on. Let me see. Let me show you just a few things, okay? One, I really struggled to grow a Christmas cactus, and this is my Christmas cactus. You can see all the new growth on there, and it was given to me in a pot of what I would call dead sandy soil. So I struggled with it for years, and I decided, you know what, this is stupid. I know better. So I took everything and broke the pot apart, and I transplanted it, one, into a shallower dish because these do not root very deep. And then I took all the sand off, and I put compost and mulch in here. And as you can see, the results have been amazing. These were limp and almost dead when I did that. And now I got new leaves coming on, and I'm hoping next winter that maybe, and nothing's really looking bad about this plant at all. So I think I've rejuvenated it. I think I've saved it. Now the key is to remember to water it. So I'm doing that. This is a fig. We believe it's a brown turkey fig that I was given because I had a friend who has a friend who wanted to get rid of some. And when I got it, it had 3 really sickly looking leaves. And all I did was, 1, I transplanted it. 2, I put fresh compost on here. And 3, I set it in a partial sun, partial shade on cold cement. They like cold roots for whatever reason. So look at that. Really nice recovery, and I got more growth coming in here in the center. It's not big enough to take cuttings off, but once it does get big enough, I'm going to propagate this. This is, I'm not sure what's all coming up here, but I put right here, you can see that root there is ginger. It's an old piece of ginger, so I don't know that it's really going to take. I got a lot of weeds growing in here. But I planted ginger in here. We're waiting for results. Here's a citrus that needs to be weeded. Unfortunately, down here I get a lot of weeds in my pots, even on the porch. This is a avocado I was gifted. And all I did with this guy, I took him from a small pot and put him in a big pot till he gets bigger. I'm so afraid to plant him because the last one I bought, I paid $100 for, and I killed the tree because I just didn't have a clue. This is an avocado as well that I rooted from a seed. And it doesn't look near, if you compare the two, you can see mine looks pretty sickly. But what I'm seeing here, which is exciting to see, right here in the very center, I've got new growth. So I got new leaves coming out. Hopefully this is rooting in the pot, because it was in a container with water for getting the roots going. And this is a citrus, probably a lemon. More citrus. Unfortunately, I didn't label very well in the beginning. This is an apple. And you can see the new leaves are coming out for the year, so that's apple. This is my jackfruit. Look at those leaves. The frost, yeah, Cody's checking it out. The frost got to him. So he's going to have to stay in zone 9, but I think he's going to be fine. We got new leaves right there coming out. I don't know if you can see those new leaves. So he's doing okay. He could be doing better though. Out here, still in a pot, and I'm only reviewing mainly potted stuff right now. New leaves on this guy. See the purple leaf? That's new growth. And this is a mango. This is a golden mango. I've had real good success growing these from seed. This tree is about 3 feet tall, and if I put it in the ground, it would probably be 5 feet tall, but I haven't done that yet. I got to get her in the ground. I really want to take it up to zone 8 as a test and see how it grows up there. That's my goal for that tree. You can see my garden still not planted. I'm still waiting for those plants to get big enough to put in there. So we'll see. The pond's doing good. I still have a bullfrog in here, which I have had no luck getting rid of. What I can tell you I've noticed is my, see if I can show you here. Look at the new roots on that. This is the water hyacinths. And we're getting some young new leaves on there. All the water hyacinths seems to be doing really, really good. No real pretty roots on that one yet. But look at all these little ones. See that purple ball? That's a new baby water hyacinth. You see the white roots coming out of the sides? That's what we're looking for. The water lettuce seems to be dying off, so I don't think we're gonna, and this is the water lettuce. I don't think we're gonna be able to keep adding those to the pond because as they die off, they leave a lot of debris. The fish may be eating them, but I don't know for sure. And we do have a good report. We have seen at least 1 or 2 of the koi recently, so they are in here. They just are not coming to the surface. They're really young fish, so I'm thinking they are avoiding the surface as a way of protecting themselves. They are eating the duckweed. Everybody seems to be eating the duckweed. And if we don't get rains that wash it out of the pool, because the pool water is very high right now, the duckweed disappears. I got a minnow swimming right in that shady bar right there. But the duckweed is being eaten, and it is getting taken up pretty quickly to the point where we've had to but go out and pick up buckets of it from our local lake. Oh, the minnows are really coming up right here as I'm sitting. I don't know if you're going to see them, but right in that strip from the framing of the lanai, a bunch of minnows just came up and they're nibbling on the duckweed. See, that to me is just so cool to see. And that's pretty much it for now. If I think of anything else, I'll let you guys know. But the pond's coming along nice. No odors to the water at all. So that's a good thing. All right, y'all have a blessed day.